My name is Luca Corradi. I'm the Innovation Network Director at the Oil and Gas Technology Center. And I'm going to talk today about the Innovation Hub and the Innovation Network. The Innovation Hub is a fantastic space, and maybe I shouldn't be the one saying that, but it is. A fantastic space that we have built on the lower ground floor, the whole floor of the Oil and Gas Technology Center, right in the heart of Aberdeen. And launched on the 2nd of October with an exciting plan and a calendar of workshops and events that are planning to bring new perspectives to the oil and gas challenges from other industries and other point of view, and also to share new technologies that are not used yet by the oil and gas industry. And the Innovation Network is made of organizations and individuals that will use the Innovation Hub. And they will generate ideas, they will build on solution and technology from other industries and develop those ideas into projects, into proposals, and ultimately into solutions that we can able to adopt in the oil and gas industry. So this is what I'm going to talk about. But before I get into the explaining how this works, can I ask a question? How innovative do you think the oil and gas industry is? Just show me your face. Who thinks the oil and gas industry is highly innovative? 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a good. Who thinks it's not innovative or not enough? A bit more hands. Okay, we're polarizing opinion here. Now, not enough, that's different than highly innovative. All right. Okay, so you can.
Which like,
but not enough. Never enough, maybe. But I think one point is, how do we define innovation? What is innovation? And we believe there are different types of innovation. One innovation would be to make this work.
motion. Planned.
Right. So there are... Hard. Okay.
Our
One type of innovation
Frank column.
is what we call the sustained innovation. And that is that green there, or that's looking for the next 5%, looking for the next 10%, is knowing the problem and knowing the technology, but improving it. And that is good, and the industry is quite good at that. We can always do better, yeah, but most industries are good at that. This is called performance improvement, Lean Six Sigma, product improvement. This is about the next generation of solving that problem with this technology, but a bit better, a bit cheaper, and a bit safer, which is great.
So,
but the question is that enough? And we don't believe it's enough. Yeah, if you want to achieve the transformative
throwback,
about the
ROV, reverse.
Saving the 10%, the 20%, even the 30% is not enough, and especially not in the current oil cost. And
Side.
we're talking about cost, not talking about price. And I'm not talking about oil price for two reasons. One is there's no point in being obsessed by something that we cannot control at all. And this industry has been obsessed by the oil price for too long, waiting for it to determine the success or not.
Stop.
And the second is that even if the price was high, we are operating in a globally competitive environment. And investments go where the cost is lower. And so if you want to have a successful, thriving oil and gas industry in the next 20, 30, 40 years in the UK, we need to focus on the cost. And we need to find the times 10 reduction. We need to find that order of magnitude of cost reduction or innovation. So we need to look for the game changers, the disruptive technology, the thing that changes really the game and introduce an order of magnitude of change. So if we want to look at the industry of tomorrow, highly robotized, innovative, and so forth, looking at the 10%, 20% of cost reduction, which is still very important and very good to do, is probably not enough. So where does this innovation come from, this order of magnitude? Well, mostly it comes from the outsiders. It's bringing the outside in. It's looking at the challenges of the oil and gas industry with a fresh perspective, with new eyes, new lenses, something that are not biased and not blinded by the familiarity we have with the problem and with the technology that we normally use to solve it.
because that will take us back to the 5%, 10% world. And so this is what the Innovation Hub, that fantastic place I was talking about, is planning to do. Is how do we bring the innovators from inside and outside of the oil and gas industry to work together and to look at our challenges with totally different eyes and proposing solutions that we might not have thought of if we look at through our cognitive bias of we know the answer, we know what it takes, and we just improve it as we always do. That's one thing. The second thing is we will bring technologies from other industries. So technologies that we're not using it because we think we don't have a problem that needs to be solved by that technology. So yes, we are going to take solutions looking for a problem, or as I say, solutions looking for an application, because that application might be a disruptive one. That application might be a game changer. So there are technology used by other industries that are not yet used in the oil and gas industry. Can we learn from them? Can we translate, adapt, and adopt them to make that game-changing performance that is needed by the oil and gas industry? And that's why I'm particularly pleased that we have in our stands today a number of exhibitors and technology companies bringing new perspective and different perspective. And I want to talk in particular about three of them that are on the three corners of the stand here, because they are big companies and organizations. They're very technology focused and they're highly innovative. But they're not, was a backbite, but they are not, okay, I'm going to start shouting more. They're highly innovative, but they're not familiar faces in the oil and gas industry. So they're highly successful elsewhere. And the question we're asking is, can we take those technologies and use them in the oil and gas industry to make a step change in performance? So can we take the power of artificial intelligence, IBM Watson, but any sort of artificial intelligence, to use it to augment the human intelligence and make sense of the enormous amount of data we collect in the oil and gas industry, but we never use it. We only look at them in backwards to find why something happened. Can you use them to find new reserves? Can you use to optimize production or logistics? Steve, in a previous session, talk about our focus on digital. You know, this is what we're doing. Can we use that artificial intelligence? So, IBM presented yesterday, and I think they're doing fantastic work in the medical field, finding new cures for cancer faster than a human can do. They're using artificial intelligence in California to use satellite images to evaluate the level of water bases and therefore predict and intervene before in case of drought. Can you translate that to the oil and gas industry? It's not an easy plug and play and requires work, but there's something there that potentially can change the way we work. And if I move on to Kinetic behind this wall, you know, that's another great example. They have a fantastic example of what I'm talking about in terms of bringing new perspective. So Kinetic used to be the R&D department of the Minister of Defense. And they're now a private company since 10 years ago that still work a lot in defense, in the military. Now, they made a massive breakthrough in stealth technology, which means making a military aircraft invisible to enemy radar, thanks to the contribution of a zoologist. So this is the way we did before, right? So it's creating strange shapes that reflect the radar, but somehow make this aircraft a bit hard to maneuver because you're prioritizing that element towards aerodynamics. But then the zoologists bring a different point of view, which is the knowledge of how the butterfly wings reflect light. And so looking at the natural world for these solutions brought a new perspective and a new direction in a coating system, a coating solution that enabled to achieve the same result, but preserving the aerodynamic properties of the aircraft. So that's a massive breakthrough coming from not an aircraft engineer. It would have never come from an aircraft engineer. That's why we need to bring a different set of eyes, different perspectives to the oil and gas industry challenges. And finally, manufacturing, with the manufacturing catapult on this side and on the other side there as well. Well, it's hard to imagine an industry that has changed as much as manufacturing in the past 10 to 20 years. If you look at car manufacturing plants today and one 20 years ago, you may think they're different industries. If you look at an oil platform today, and an oil platform 10 or 20 or 30 years ago, well, they're pretty much the same. So, the massive progress they made through 3D printing, laser cladding, but mainly about digitization, robotization, automation. Can we tap into that knowledge? Can we translate sort of those solutions into the oil and gas industry? Can we start from where they are now, as opposed to where we are now, and make that translation? So this is why the innovation network is connecting companies, organizations, and individuals with different experiences from different sectors to look at our challenges with a fresh perspective and to bring technologies that are in use successfully in other industries, but are still unknown to the oil and gas industry. So this is the place where this will happen. It's a kind of a sneak preview. I don't want to reveal too much because I want you to come and see it and experience, to be part of that network of innovators. But it's equipped with state-of-the-art technology that help innovators generate ideas, progress ideas into projects and then into solutions. In the end, they are the humans that make the difference and make that innovation happen. But we are providing an inspiring environment where new ideas are welcome and not killed at the first moment, but also where the technology is there to support this process of ideation and avoid death by post-it note on the walls, and instead translate an idea into something which is actionable. And that we, ultimately, as the Oil and Gas Technology Center, can co-invest with industry to take to the next step and to turn into that reality. So we open on the 2nd of October, as I said, and from then on is a busy calendar of events, workshops, showcasing new technology. We'll have a robotic week at the end of October that will bring robots from various industries and robotic experts from various industries to mingle and work together with oil and gas experts to find new solutions. We have a digital week planned sometimes in January. So you can see our calendar of events and workshops in our website very soon, if not already. But in summary, this is what it is. It's a unique space in the heart of Aberdeen at the service of the oil and gas industry and the local community to provide new thinking, bringing this outside in, bringing this new perspective, showcasing new technology that we're not familiar with so that we can understand and start thinking, how can I use that? How can I translate that? What advantage can I get from it? And fostering this culture of open innovation that we think is needed to get that times 10 saving, that order of magnitude, that breakthrough innovation that will take into the orange box behind there, which is a transform tomorrow, the industry of the future. And that's me, and I'm ready to take any question. We survived the bagpipes.
Hi. The innovation environment that you guys are creating, will you be acting as facilitators to bring together those with the problem side, the operators and service companies, with some of the solutions, again, service companies and others, within this environment? Is it available for use on a, what's kind of the model that you would use to actually bring people together?
So it's a mixed model, but yes, so we're working with the industry to identify what are the priorities and therefore starting from the key challenges, which are the ones that we take on board from the TLB and are part of our solution centers, basically. And so those are the starting point. And then we work with the industry, but with the technology innovators, with our members to define what are the key technologies, the key technology themes, the key challenges that we want to address. And to the first part of the question, yes, it is a facilitated environment. So our team of facilitators is not just tools and technologies, it's methodologies, it's approach, that stimulate that fresh thinking, and it's bringing the right people in. So there's a lot of work that goes in terms of who are the best innovators that we need to bring together to solve that challenge or to explore the possible use cases for that technology. Some of these events will be selected, by invite because we need kind of a deep dive workshop, very specific with experts. Some of the events instead will be open, and open to everybody. Of course, we have a limited capacity, and therefore you'll be invited on the website. But it's educational in a way, educated the industry about technologies, and so it's a mixed set of events. But we are open to dialogue and suggestions and what thing makes sense. Okay, if there's no other question, thank you very much, and I look forward to see you in the Innovation Hub.